exciting thing about being a game designer at ioi, the most motivating thing is, I think it's two parts for me. So on one side, I really love actually solving these hard, even mathematical problems about game design of balancing something or creating difficulty levels or dynamic difficulty levels in a game. For instance, how do you do that? But that's not really something that's necessarily visible to the player in the moment. It's not something you'll get praise for. It's really something that just balances the game in a way so it feels nice to play through it. But that's one thing. That's just sitting with the problem, which is really cool in my head. The other thing is the part where players actually recognize your work. That's just you can't shake the feeling of enjoyment from that part, right? In Hitman, there was this suitcase, the slow moving suitcase when you throw it. I was part of deciding that should go into the game, and I wrote the description for it and whatnot. And seeing the Reddit threads afterwards, praising it and loving it, and actually giving the community what they were expecting, it's just a joy. Like you can't really say anything to that.
Yeah, from my perspective, I think there are like two big things. One is actually just creating stuff, right? It's kind of broader than just game design itself, right? But like an idea that like we can take as a team something and make it into a reality of like, whether we're creating an ability, a weapon, a gear piece, a boss fight, whatever, right? You can just think about something and make it work and make it so fun for the people to experience that and you feel they're going to enjoy it, and that's great, right? Whether that's creating an entire player journey, right, which is super important. So that's one thing. And the second thing specifically about IO, which I love because I joined not that long ago, kind of fresh person here, is the trust, right? What I noticed is how much trust there is within the team, and how much mutual the trust is, right, between the company and the team, and between direction and designers and everybody, right? So when you're saying, oh, I think this is going to be a great thing, as you mentioned, you want to inspire people, let's work on that, right? And people around trust you that you can deliver that, right? That's, to me, extremely important and extremely motivating, because that makes you feel that, oh, like, they believe in me. That's great. That's cool, right? We can make something together. And that's, like, to me, this is honestly the reason to wake up every morning and come to work, because I just love this.
You create this feature on paper and you inspire somebody to actually work on it, but you also work on it, and you work on it from start to finish, and seeing that journey of something that you thought of in your head, obviously with feedback from a lot of people and also direction, but seeing that from the start to actually get it into the game and tuning it to an experience that is fun to play, that whole journey and seeing the end result there is amazing, and especially because of the ownership here, where usually it's the game designer who actually owns this feature from start to finish, right? And the one that people comes to for saying, okay, how should this work? And then you can then communicate that, and hopefully that ends in this epic experience of pressing a button and something happens.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I can only concur that.